A nice day at Nauset Beach, but 30 years ago, a storm was blowing, and a giant shipwreck was about to happen. This is the story of the Eldia.
CapeCast.
We were working at the station that day, having one of our typical March nor'easters. The wind was probably blowing 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. It was about 32.5 degrees and raining outside. Mid-afternoon, we got a call from a local tradesman saying there may be a fishing boat in trouble. Myself and one other firefighter, Don Tabor, we came over the hill by Mayo's Duck Farm, where you look straight down the road to Nauset Beach. We saw the bow of a ship facing straight at us, and it was a little difficult to get the perspective because it was bow first at us, and but we could see that it was probably 40, 50 feet tall. And in the time that it took us to drive down to the parking lot and come out the boardwalk here by the Snack Shack, the ship was now sideways to us, and we were looking up at a 600-foot long freighter that was now probably 60, 70 feet out of the surf.
So what goes through your mind at that point?
I must say, in my 35 years of firefighting, that was one of the very few times that I really didn't have a clue. Three of us hit the truck and headed south, trying to follow the ship along the beach as it went. And as you can see, it ended up somewhere about where that dune sticks out further down the beach. At that point, a Coast Guard helicopter started to hover overhead. And slowly but surely, they plucked 23 crewmen off the boat and ship and dropped them in the parking lot.
Thank goodness the crew was safe, but a giant ship was still stuck on Nauset Beach for 7 weeks. The grand spectacle drew visitors from all over the country. It was like high summer and early spring. Local merchants created Eldia t-shirts and sold shipwreck memorabilia like mugs. The town charged visitors $2 a day to park at Nauset Beach and ended up making over $80,000. All the time the crowds were there, crews were working to free the ship, and finally...
After 49 days aground, the Eldia was afloat once more. The next morning, the vessel lay a couple of hundred yards offshore, free at last of the beach's grasp. There have been thousands of shipwrecks on Cape Cod over the past 350 years, but probably none so well known or publicized as the Eldia. Since the early days, countless vessels have met their fate here. Square riggers, steamships, and schooners have lain their bones on the beaches of Cape Cod. Many of them are still there. However, the Eldia survived.